Mom, is everything all right? What's going on? You've called me like 5 times. I couldn't pick up your calls. I was still sleeping, but I just woke up. Please tell me if everything is all right.
Hey, son. Yeah, everything is just fine. I just wanted to ask you for a favor.
A favor? What do you need, Mom?
Well, I hate to say it, but I need some extra money. The landlady came by and asked for rent. That's why I called you. I thought you might be up, and I'm sorry I didn't check the time difference. I do hope you had a good night's sleep, my love.
You can always call me, Mom. But wait a minute. You're asking me for some extra cash?
Yeah. Could you help me out?
Well, I don't get it. I just sent you money last week, just like I do every month. What happened to it? Please don't tell me you were robbed or anything.
No, I hadn't. Don't worry. I wasn't robbed. It's just that the expenses grew a bit this month. Something unexpected came up, and I had to spend most of the money to fix that.
Okay, well, thank God. But tell me, how much do you need to cover this month?
Not much, honey. Just enough to buy some groceries and pay rent this month.
Well, okay, so at least tell me the amount so that I can wire you the money. How much should I send you?
Well, I don't know. I guess 2,000 or 3.
What?
I know I'm asking for a lot, but I need to pay the rent. I already emptied out my pantry.
I don't get it, Mom. You want me to send you $2,000 after I've already sent you $3,000 for this month. Mom, I love you, and you know I want to take care of you, but this is unacceptable. Where should I get it from? You know, I work my butt off to make $10,000 a month, in which I have to take care of myself as well as you. The rent here itself is skyrocketing. How do you expect me to send you an extra amount this big?
Honey, I know. I'm really sorry. I hate to ask you. It's just that I've not been able to pay the rent this month, and it's stressing me out. I thought you could help me.
You said an unexpected expenditure came up, and you had to spend all the money on that. You had to spend $3,000 on what? Mom, I do need to know first. You know, I never ask you about what you're doing with the money because, after all, you have done for me my whole life. You deserve to live a life without having to work. But this is quite serious, and I do want to know what happened.
I don't think I have the guts to tell you about it. I shouldn't tell you, son. Can't you just let it go? Look, I understand that it's a lot, but the situation was unavoidable. It had to be taken care of.
Yes, Mom, it's fine. Of course, I'll help you out with my savings, but I just want to know what it was and how this can be avoided in the future. Can't you just tell me just that? I mean, for God's sake, I traveled to a whole different country to make enough money for both of us. I'm working my butt off just so that you don't have to face any issues back home. And you can't even tell me what happened with that $3,000? That doesn't seem fair to me.
Fine, I'll tell you. But you have to promise that you won't get mad at me. As I said, it was unavoidable, and I simply had no choice. So please try to understand the situation first.
Mom, why would I get angry about you spending some money? I'm just concerned, and I want to know what happened to it, that's all. Mom, when have I ever stopped you from doing something you want to do? I really thought you knew me better than that.
That's not the issue here, son. The reason I don't have any money is because I had to give it all to your sister. Actually, she used my credit card, and after I confronted her, she convinced me that she really needed it, and I didn't have any other option than to help her out. I know you've told me a million times not to give her any money, that she's an adult and she can take care of it herself, but she really needed it this time. She was in trouble.
Oh, hell no. I just knew it. When I came back home, you and I were going to have a serious talk about this. Did she tell you why she needed the money? You said she really needed it, and she was even in trouble? So did she tell you what it was?
All she told me was that she needed the money so that she could survive long enough to get a job, or she would get in trouble.
In trouble with who? Why do I feel like this is BS?
She's really turning her life around, just like you did. I think she really wants to do better and step it up.
Of course she does. And you believed her? Really, Mom? After all that has happened, don't you remember all those things that she did after taking the money? Why would you think that this time it would be any different?
I don't know, son. I had to help her out. She's my child. I'd do it for you too. How could I say no?
This is insane. She should have asked me. She is just smart enough to let you ask me for the money.
Please don't be offended, Ben. We could all use help sometimes. I'm sure she wants to pay both of us back.
I'm not okay with letting you spend my hard-earned money on her. I'm working over 50 hours a week. Those shifts are long, and every time I'm done with work, I'm always so exhausted. I don't go anywhere except for work just so I can save enough money to send you almost half of what I make. And this is what you do with my money? Just give it to Jenny?
All right, it's enough, son. I get it that you're annoyed, but she's your sister. Why do you hate her so much? You're supposed to take care of her and help out. You're the big brother, and that's what big brothers are supposed to do.
Take care of her? Give me a break. What is wrong with her own abilities? She is 24 years old, healthy, strong, and clever. I can't help someone who is not interested in any help except for financial help. I just checked her Instagram, Mom. You said that she wanted to survive just until she could get a job, right? So that means she's looking for a job and doing interviews?
Yeah, that's what she told me. And trust me, son, I know she was not lying this time. The other day, I called her and she said she was busy preparing for the interviews. But what are you saying about Instagram? Did she already get a job? She hasn't told me yet.
No, Mom. She didn't get a job. She wasn't even looking for a job. She went on a luxury vacation with her friends to celebrate God knows what. See, this is what happens every time you take pity on her. She just gets up and does something like this.
What are you saying? She told me she was going to a different state so that she could look for a job. A luxury vacation? What does she need to do there? Maybe that's why she said she was in trouble. It's so far away. What if something happens to her?
That's what you're worried about right now? What if something happens to her, Mom? Don't you see that she lied to you? She took that money from you on a false pretext that she was looking for a job, and even that she was in trouble. Well, she was actually spending all that money on a trip to a luxury vacation, having fun with her friends.
Son, you have to trust me. I have no idea what she was doing. I swear, if I knew, I would have never given her that money. I really thought it was different this time. She seemed so serious about getting a job.
I know you had no idea, but how could you be foolish enough to be swayed away by her words? Again, you face this just as many times as I have. She is never going to change, Mom, at least not until you stop helping her.
I'm really disappointed in her, Ben. She fooled me. I had no clue.
Mom, I don't even go out with my friends to eat because I'm focused on work and providing enough for me and my family. The goal has always been to be able to send you enough so that you don't have to struggle anymore.
I don't want to make your life too hard. I can't be responsible for that, my love.
You are not doing that, Mom. But you can't keep doing this with her. You can't always be thinking about her. Think about me too. I'm your son and not a bank. When I saw her post online about her holiday, I thought she'd saved up for it and really thought she finally found herself a job. But it hurts that my hard-earned money is being spent this way.
Ben, I am really sorry. Please forgive your mother. How could I be fooled again?
Come on, Mom. We've talked about this over and over.
Never again. I knew she was spoiled, but this... Where did I go so wrong with her? I mean, I treated both of you the same way. And look at you! You turned out to be such a responsible and successful man. Why is she like this?
You know what? Forget it, Mom. I'll send you the extra money and I'll talk to her. But this will be the last time. I can't deal with this again. I need my savings to fulfill my own dreams. I really want to buy my own apartment next year. I've told you about it, Mom.
I do, son. I assure you. This will not happen again. I'm really sorry I had to ask you. But I've learned my lesson. And you know what? I won't be talking to her for a while. She really broke me, and my trust this time.
I'll have a chat with her. I know there's a high chance that she doesn't care what I have to say. However, I'll at least have to try. She needs to know the truth. She committed a crime here, Mom, and it might not be a serious one, but it's definitely taking her in a much worse direction. She just used your credit card and basically conned you, Mom.
You know what? I always tell you to go easy on her, but this time, you should do anything and everything you can to knock some sense into her.
All right, Mom. I'll talk to you later. I'm getting late for work. You'll get the money in a couple of hours. So you don't have to be worried about that rent anymore.
You are my angel, baby. I'm so sorry I put you in this position. I love you.
I love you too, Mom. Jenny, where are you right now?
Hey, Ben. It's been so long. I almost thought you'd forgotten about me. I've just traveled to another state so that I can look for a job.
You're looking for a job. That's good news. So what kind of job are you looking for? And have you applied for any yet?
Something I can have fun with, but I haven't had any interviews yet because I haven't found anything that would match my skills. I'm still looking, but I'm hopeful. I think I'll find a job soon.
Oh yeah? Well, you seem serious about it, so that is good to hear. So when you get a job, you'll be paying me back the $3,000 that you took from Mom, right?
What? How do you know about that?
Well, surprise! We have each other's phone number, Jenny, and we do talk every now and then. She is my mom as well.
She promised me she wouldn't tell you anything about it. I really need to talk to her about keeping secrets.
You can try, but she's not going to talk to you for a little while. I can't believe you lied to her again and begged for money, even though you know she doesn't make any money herself and it all comes from me. You are such an evil little snake. So tell me, when are you going to pay me back my money? Times are tough, and I might be needing that money sooner than you realize.
Why won't she talk to me? Fine, whatever. I'll pay it back in a month or two as soon as I get a job. The first thing I'll do is pay you back.
Nope. That's not going to work. I need my money back within 10 days. That's the most I can give you.
Hey, how am I supposed to pay you back $3,000 in just 10 days? I don't even have a job yet. That's just impossible. Ben, you need to be realistic about this.
Well, you should have thought about that before taking that money and spending it all on a luxurious vacation. What in the world were you thinking?
How do you know? I thought you were not active in social media.
Well, think again. I know about your little trip that you paid for with my money. And the audacity, the fact that you conned Mom. I've told her all about this, and that's why she won't be talking to you anymore.
How do you know about that? Ben, please. You can't put me in a position like this. I promise I'll pay you back, just don't do this. It's really not a good time for me. I've really got no money to give you back.
That's not my problem either. I'm not Mom. You can't fool me. I need my money back in 10 days. You take one more day, and I'll have Mom press charges against you. Honestly, I am not afraid to involve the police in this matter. Just sell some of your expensive possessions or return your new car and buy a cheaper one.
What? I'm your sister, Ben. How could you do this to me? Don't you feel a little compassion for your little sister? You earn enough for all of us. So what if I went out on a luxurious vacation? It was just a trip, and I really needed to get away. What's wrong with that? It's not like I did something bad.
Going on luxurious vacations is perfect, but paying for that trip with your brother's hard-earned money, which you got by conning your mom, is definitely a very serious problem. And I'm going to make sure that this never happens again. You've got no idea in what conditions I've been living here. You really thought I'd be okay with this. Your magic isn't going to work this time around.
You never cared about me. All you care about is the money. Listen here, old man. I won't pay you a single dime. Mom gave it to me, and Mom would never press charges on me. She loves me too much to do that. You're just bluffing. So, you know what? Forget about it. Don't act so selfish.
Fine. I'm pretty sure I wasn't bluffing. You used your credit card. But you know what? I'll tell Mom to talk to you one more time this week. I'm pretty sure she'll make you believe what I just told you. If you don't sort this out with her, things are going to get a lot more complicated for you, Jenny.
Jenny, you need to listen to your brother. If he asks you to pay his money back, that's what you're gonna do. I don't care whether you have it or not. You're going to pay him back.
What now? Come on, Mom. What did he tell you that you're acting like this?
Just the truth. That you were on a vacation instead of looking for a job? How dare you lie to me like that? You used my credit card because you said you were in trouble. I thought you'd at least have a chance to turn your life around.
That was true, but so what?
And then you went ahead and spent all that money for what? Have fun with your useless friends? Do you even know how hard your brother works? So that I won't have to work at my old age? You just took the rent money that your brother had sent me and assumed I'd be okay with it. And you knew he would send more.
Well, you can always ask him for more. It's not like he's going to say no to you. He loves you more than anything. He'll be the perfect son and do everything that he's needed. Blah, blah, blah.
Actually, it's not just him. So I'll be very honest with you. You either pay him back that $3,000 or I'll be pressing charges against you.
Oh, please. You'll never do that to me. I'm your daughter. You love me too much to put me through that.
You're right. You're my daughter, and I do love you a lot. And that's why I've realized that I need to help you. I need to be hard on you so that you can learn to be responsible. I've tried everything already. Life is tough, and you need to be independent. If you can con your own mother, it wouldn't take you long to con other people as well. So you know what, actually?
What, Mom? You're going to lecture me some more? Finish it quickly. I've got other things to do. I just got back home from the trip and I'm really exhausted.
You have two options. Choose wisely.
See? I know you can never do that to me. I love you, Mom.
You know what? I'm gonna press charges against you regardless. Neither I or your brother care about the money anymore. But we do want you to have a better life and fix your issues.
What? Mom? You can't do that. You know exactly what they do to people like me in court, or worse, jail. I won't be able to handle that. Please, Mom, please. You can't do this to me.
Don't you worry, honey. I've already talked to the local police about this, and they are more than happy to help us out. I am not your enemy here. You're your own enemy, and you need to realize that. Your brother only asked me to scare you a little bit, just to threaten you so that you can learn your lesson. However, I know you better than he does.
What are you even saying, Mom? You really want your daughter to be rotting away in a cell? How cold is that? I know you're just trying to scare me. So what if I made a few mistakes? Every child does that, but it's not their mothers who send them to jail for that.
First of all, you're not a child anymore. And it's also not about making mistakes. You know exactly what you're doing, and I'm concerned that you're getting too comfortable with lying to the people who care about you. So I'm sorry, but I'm gonna do everything in my power to make you a better person. I don't care if that makes you hate me. I have to do this.
Mom, no, please listen to me. Just hear me out once. I promise I'll never do anything like this. I'll get a job and even return the $4,000. Just don't send me to court or jail. Please, Mom.
I need to show you some tough love this time.
Mom, could you please pick me up?
Why is that, Jenny?
Because I hate going on the bus.
Nope, I'm no taxi driver. Get a job. You'll be able to get a car. It's good that you sold your old one to pay your brother back. And I'm even happier that we didn't have to call the cops.
You're the worst, Mom.
One day you'll get it, honey. Of course we wouldn't actually send you to jail, but it worked. You've learned your lesson and paid everyone back in time, as you should.
This is so unfair. I can't believe you're making me take the bus. Do you know how embarrassing that is?
Well, maybe you should have thought about that before spending your brother's hard-earned money on luxury vacations. Taking the bus is a consequence of your own actions, Jenny.
It's not fair that I have to suffer because of Ben. He's always been so uptight about money.
Jenny, your brother works incredibly hard to support both of us. You should appreciate that instead of complaining. Maybe this experience will teach you the value of money.
This is so humiliating. Can't you at least lend me some money for a cab?
Absolutely not. You need to face the consequences of your actions. It's high time you stop being accountable for them. Taking a cab is a luxury.
You are enjoying this, aren't you? Seeing me struggle.
Not one bit. It's about making sure you understand the gravity of your mistakes. You can't always rely on others to bail you out.
Well, I hope you're happy with yourself.
Happiness is not the point here, Jenny. Learning responsibility and accountability is. And remember, you're the one who put yourself in this situation.
Fine, I'll take the bus. But you're not off the hook, Mom. This is not over.
Excuse me? You need to reflect on your choices and work on being more responsible.
Several months later, I sat in my new apartment, a symbol of hard work and determination. The video call with Mom brought a sense of calmness. She shared the news that Jenny, after facing the harsh consequences of her actions, had turned a corner. She had to find a job as a waitress at a restaurant to earn money and pay off her debt. It seemed the tough love and reality check had finally resonated with her. As I looked upon my own space, a mixture of relief and joy flooded over me. Mom deserved the peace she was now experiencing, and I was grateful for the positive turn of events. With my new apartment as a backdrop, it felt like the beginning of a chapter where Mom and I could finally enjoy the tranquility we longed for.